of course, we're going to have 4 rounds in total. First, we're going to have a 1v1, then a 2v2. For both of those, you can get 1 point if you win it. A point for your team. And then we're going to have 2 3v3s. If you win those, you get 2 points for each. So here we go. Ready for the 1v1, asks Marina. We have a ready check happening. We don't have a yes yet, so we're still waiting. I'm guessing that either Marsley or Beta Toast will be driving this for Molotov, excuse me, for Gravity. Javso seems to be warming up for Molotov here. Live after warm-up. Okay. We are live after the warm-up, so that means we have about a minute. This first warm-up is over in a few seconds, and then we have another one, which is about 50 seconds. So there we go. We have Gravity versus Molotov in the WTT. Second game of the evening. The first one was won by Eclipse in a 4-2. Very fun map to watch. Very close as well. Now let's see if Molotov can get the first victory of the evening on the board. They did win both their matches last week. So if they manage to win this one, that'll be a 3-1 in wins losses. Also, let me actually pause the music so we can focus on the races. Here we go. Good luck, have fun. We are off. We have Beta Toast and Socks driving on this map. Exiled by Wizzy. We have seen that a couple of times. Do I have opponents on? Now I do. Excuse me for that. I had turned them off because I was driving CUTD for a little bit. But here we go. Socks a little bit behind Beta Toast, but it is not much. A little less than 0.2. A little over 0.2 now. Here comes that uphill drift, and then into that treacherous airtime spot right there. Or if you get airtime, you're having a bad day. Socks touching the side, but it won't matter. He was in second place already. Beta Toast takes the first victory, and it is Gravity that is on the board with the points. 1-0 in favor of Gravity. We go to 5. 5 points will win you this 1v1, so anything is still possible. Beta Toast once again with a good start. And Socks touching the wall. That is unfortunate. Unfortunate. Beta Toast now has about 2 seconds to play with here, so he can pretty much take it easy and cruise towards that finish. If he doesn't make any crazy moves or mistakes, that should be a pretty solid and easy victory right here. Here, this spot is what I mean. If you take the wrong line here, you will just fly off, get airtime, and that's going to cost you a lot of time. Especially last week, we've seen some mistakes happen there, and scores completely turned around because of it in rounds. Today, we have not yet seen too crazy things happen, but who knows. In any case, Beta Toast takes the second round, and Gravity is 2-0 up. Sucks. Seems to be... Oh, that is a good line, though. Does lose the gear. But he is keeping up with Beta Toast this time. Beta Toast very close to the wall. Doesn't quite touch, though. Look at that. Good line by Socks here. Can he stay ahead this time? Not quite, but it is a very close matchup, this one. Less than 0.1 between them. And Benito's making a mistake here. If Sox can get through this unscathed, he gets a minimum of airtime, but he does stay on the ground mostly, and he will end up in first place now. And that is the first point on the board for Molotov. 2-1. GG. Next round. Beta Toast 2, if I'm being precise. There we have the wood jump scare. Sox going very close to these corners here. Is really pushing it, wants to get closer here to Beta Toast. Does seem to have a little bit more speed. Look at that. He is getting closer. Now they go into this. Both of them get through it nicely. Beta Toast still ahead though. And if none of them touch the wall here, this will be a victory for Beta Toast. Very nice round. Sox actually with a PB of 48.47. Nice time. Very great run. However, another point on the board for Gravity, and they are now 3-1. 2 more wins for Beta Toast will get him the victory. He manages to pull that off before Sox can get 4 wins. Beta Toast now with the wrong line has to release. We'll lose a lot of time there, and it is Sox who takes first place. Beta Toast with another mistake. Was already 2 seconds behind. That's going to be even more now. Sox will have a victory on this in this round handed to him on a silver platter. And his team will most likely be telling him in his ear, take it easy, safe it, you have the time. And he should be going to a victory here. Getting a second point on the board for his team. There you go. Very calmly driving into the finish. Beta Toast 5 seconds behind. That is 3-2, closing the gap a little bit, only 1 point difference now. So anything is still possible. Beta Toast with more speed coming out of that drift there. Can Sox... Oh, Beta Toast with another mistake. A wall touch, just scratching that paint a little bit. Sox once again in the lead by 0.8 of a second. We'll have another easy victory here, and that will tie up the score to 3-3. This might be a wonderful comeback here, or Beta Toast will run away with it. That is my counter caster curse right there. Didn't want to caster curse him. Okay, let's go. Beta Toast versus Sox. 3-3. Both of them can take it here. They can hold it together. Beta Toast once again so close to that wall. I keep thinking he's touching it, but then he doesn't slow down, so he didn't. Very, very equal gamers here. Sox with a little bit of a lead now, but it is very, very tiny. Now it's Beta Toast maybe pulling ahead just a little. Beta Toast with the airtime. Sox gets another victory here, handed to him by a mistake from Beta Toast now 3 times in a row. That puts him in the lead and at match point, or set point, if you will. 5 points wins you the round. It says 7. Don't believe a word of it. 5 points is all that is needed. And Sox is only 1 round win away from that. Let's see if he can make it happen. Beta Toast, for now, in the lead. About 0.2 of a gap. Sox, though, drives a little bit closer to him. Gets a good line there, good speed, and is actually gaining on him right now. Wide here, which is a lot of speed for him. Hopefully, he can hold it together here in this last turn. Both of them get through it without airtime. This is going to be very close. Beta Toes with a different line touches the wall. It is Sox, but will take the victory and the win in this first 1v1. What a match. Very nicely played. GG. Well fought victory. Both players driving very nicely. GG to both. Wow. What a comeback. What a comeback. 3-5 is your score in favor of Sox for Molotov Gaming. Nice. Well, if this is the type of matches that we have in store for this gaming evening, I'm all for it. Marsley, we see warming up now. So one could logically deduce that he will be driving. Jafso is also warming up. And we have new Nico from Germany. New. So, remind me, there was Nico. Was that the team or was that the name? Because there was another Nico. But is this the same? Not live. Okay. Like if I say Nico, is that the team? Like remind me of this. I want to call him by his name, not his team. We're not live yet. Ah, we have the teleportation techniques. Once again, in the shape of stag. We also have Jafso, my fellow Dutchman. Stag gameplay. Yes, indeed. As much as I would love to spectate everyone a little bit, if it is that blinky, it is just not possible. I apologize, but I will not be watching that very much. You understand. Alright, let's see if everyone is ready. There's a ready check in chat. We don't really have a reply yet. See what the result is going to be, because we're still not live, people, just so you know. This is not live. Klausy Deluxe. Here we go. We have a restart. Nico says ready. So, here we go. 2 warm-ups and we will go live. So you have about a minute and a half to get your stuff in order. And then we will go. Steg will teleport to the finish? Most likely, yes. Let's see how it holds on. Yeah, there's definite, you know, teleport strats happening. Oh god, it's such a pain to look at. Oh. Yeah, brain hurts from that. It's actually so terrible. Warm-up 2 of 2. After this warm-up, we will go live. We have Noom Nico and Marsley. And I still don't know, like, Fabs, maybe you know. Is, like, Nico the team name, or is Nico his name? You know what I mean? Like, or is Noom the name, or both? What is the trick here? What do I say? You don't know? Ah, useless. You're just as clueless as me. Just say Noom. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. With the sound effect, right? Exactly. Noom. Okay, good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun. We are off in the 2v2. The 1v1 was, of course, won by Molotov. Socks had a wonderful comeback. And now we have a mistake by Marsley. And it is Jovso and Steg in 1 and 2 with Noom close behind. And, oh god. Jovso in first place. Nico's German player plays for Gravity. Seems like it's Nico. Okay, okay. Here we go then. Because there's also one Vanity, I think, or something. I'm not sure. Here, oh, there we see the teleportation strats by Steg. When we look at Nico. But it is Jovso who will take first place here. Steg is in second. At least, you know, from his side, his internet is treating him nicely. It's just the ping that we see. But it will not influence his driving. Jovso with a 48.1. Nice time. Right out the gate. And Molotov is ahead. 1-0. We still go to 5. Nico now with a mistake. And we have Marsley in second place, Jovso in first, and Steg teleporting around in third place with about 0.3. He Noomed into the wall indeed. Jovso and Marsley though, fighting it out. Because of course Marsley wants to get first place here in order to force a tie in this round. And holds the ground contact nicely, but does not quite manage. Oh, there we go, Jovso with the error. And Marsley does snipe that first place. And Nico actually getting third place. And instead of a draw, suddenly we have a win for Gravity. And that's how fast that can turn around. Yeah, he touched, and people were close enough behind him that they could overtake. It looked like Jovso was touching the wall a little bit, but it is, Noom who touches the wall. Oh my god, the Steg teleportation, it's so weird to watch. Steg fighting it out with Marsley. You finish your chocolate milk? Nice, nice, nice. I still have my cappuccino. I got another one. It's not vanilla this time. But no, Marsley is looking to get first place here. And it will result in a tie if that is the last... Yeah, that is the end position of everybody. Marsley in first place with a 48.3. Steg and Jovso in 2 and 3, which makes it this a tie. So no one gets a point. We are still 1-1. So this is effectively round 3. Even though we've driven more than that. Let's take a look at Nico. Jovso has made some kind of mistake, is 1.5 seconds behind. So it is up to Steg now to see if he can get that first place for himself. And it is impossible to spectate him. I'm sorry. We'll have to see if we see his nose here. There we go. We see him? Teleporting all over the place. He has to catch up with Marsley, though. Will that be possible? Unless Marsley makes a mistake. I don't think so. It does not look like it. Marsley will get first place here with a 48.178, which is a PB for him on this live server. And that is another victory for Gravity, putting them 2-1. Taking a little sip of my cappuccino here. I'm sorry. All 4 players now close together, except Jovso, who crashes into the wall and flies out. Steg now must get first place in order to force that tie for his teammate. But that means he has to overtake Marsley. And Nico now making a mistake. I'm gonna take a look at Marsley here, who holds ground contact and does not look like he's going to let Steg overtake him. He will secure first place. Steg in second, Nico in third, and Jovso in fourth. That's another win for Gravity, who are extending their lead now 3-1. And they are only 2 points away from winning this 2v2 and tying up the overall score. Nico with a bit of a different line here. Does not serve them too well, because he is already 0.3 behind now. And no. It's like I keep trying to spectate him, but it's just not going to work. It is Marsley with a mistake, though. Jovso in first place will take over. And Nico making a mistake now, too. That is both members of Gravity crashing. And it is Steg and Jovso in ace position. Marsley is 0.7 behind, hoping for one of them to make a mistake at least. But even then, it will not matter. Steg with the first place, 48.7. Not a fast round, but it is enough for the 1 and 2. And the point is on the board for Molotov, closing the gap a little bit, 3-2. We're looking at Nico. Or Noom. Oh, and someone crashed. I think it was Steg. Was it? No, it was not a crash. It was just teleportations. Never mind. It was just, I got baited by the TPs. Jovso with a nice line. Takes over first place here. Can he hold on to it, though? Marsley also with a very nice line. Comes out with a lot of speed and suddenly 0.1 ahead. Can he hold on to it here? Does not get airtime. Jovso is pushing, but is it going to be enough to catch Marsley? It is not. Nico is in third place, and that means it's a point for Gravity, and that puts them 4-2. If they get one more, they will take this matchup. So basically, Jovso and Steg need to win 3 in a row now in order to win this match. Can they do that? For now, they have a good start. Marsley with the mistake, so he is out of it for now. And it is Nico now trying to do whatever he can. He has to catch both Jovso and, oh my goodness, and Steg. Jovso, who crashes. It is all up to Steg now. He has to stay ahead. Otherwise, it'll be Nico who will force the tie here. Steg still ahead for now. Nico touches the side. And that is enough for Steg to drive into the finish with a 48.7. Again, not a fast time, but it is enough. Jovso is in third place and with 7 seconds behind first, we have Marsley. So 4-3 of those 3 rounds that they needed to win. The first one is in the pocket. They only need to get 2 more. Let's see if they can make that happen. I can spectate Steg until the teleport strats begin. Jovso in first place. Steg needs to overtake one of these 2. If he can overtake one of them, it'll be another win if Jovso manages to stay in first place here. Marsley is now in second place, closing in a little bit on Jovso, and Steg is actually 2 seconds behind now. Jovso crashing! That is Marsley who will take first here, and Nico takes a second, and just like that, this matchup is over. GG. Gravity wins this round. That means they tie it up. First matchup, 1v1, was won by Socks, by Molotov. This one's won by Gravity, and that means there's a point for each team. There are 4 more points to be had. 2 each per 3v3. So this could end up in a tie, and then we have to go tiebreaker. But for now, let's first just see the next map, what is going to happen here. I'm going to take a quick toilet break while we get into the warm-up. After we've selected the correct map. So I'll be right back. Here we are on the second map of the day, but the third matchup of the day. It is going to be a 3v3. Let's see who we have. I see Piranha, I see Floyd, and I see Marina. And for Gravity, I see Uso, Alex, and another unknown person who is not yet driving. That's one way to take the CP. Yes, we are not yet live. Of course. Still waiting for some warm-ups for the ready checks. And for some players of Gravity to actually get in there. Anybody. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Yo, it is Joey. Joey, who I have met during TwitchCon 2022. Of course, we have Epos, who I've also met during the Research Summit last year. I've interviewed him. That was really fun. Most of the Molotov members I've met. Hey, Stag. Sorry for the laggy POV. Ja, man, what is that? It's all good. How you doing, Stag? GG. GG. Yeah, it's I'm trying to spectate you, but like after 3 seconds of spectating you, you just have the teleportation strats and it just becomes kind of a pain to the brain. So I kind of have to, you know, look the other way, so to speak. But yeah, the Molotov members, you guys, I've met them all. Not all, but most of them. Nice guys and girls. Really fun bunch. During the Racer Summit Gamax in my hometown. So that was nice. I could take the bike there, or the bus, 10 minutes. It was about, the venue was about 3 minutes away from my parents' house, so that was also quite handy. That was handy, yes, indeed. Unfortunately, that venue closed now, so they're gonna have to find something else for the Racer Summit event. I don't know if they're gonna be able to find something. Now it's closed. Yeah, really unfortunate. So, I'd like to know about the status of things, because we're not live yet. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're not live yet. We're still waiting for, the ready checks, I guess? Steg, maybe you can tell me, what the status is of all the drivey bits and the weights and the ready checks. Still waiting? Gotcha, thank you. Alright, we are waiting. So, we see warming up for Gravity is Joey, Uso, and Anybody. Waiting and watching. Waiting and watching. We get some readies. We are live after the warm-up. That means you have 1.5 minutes to get your affairs in order. And then we will go into the next matchup. The 3v3 between Gravity and Molotov. Right now we are tied. 1v1 was won by Molotov. The 2v2 was won by Gravity. So this could be a hard-fought battle. Berserk! Hello. Welcome back in chat. Good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Last warm-up going now, so 50 seconds and we are taking off. Taking a sip of my cold cappuccino because it's been there this long. But I will say that cold cappuccino tastes just as well as warm cappuccino. So I don't really mind. Don't really mind. 24 seconds. For the 3v3 to kick off. We have Anybody, Uso, and Joey. For Gravity, Floyd, Piranha, and Marina for Team Molotov. 2 seconds. Here we go. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun to both teams. And of course, if you from either team, someone wants to watch this, make sure you tell them that this is where they can have an English cast of the situation. And we watch as Piranha takes first place. There is a mistake happening here. I think it was Joey who crashed. And I think Marina had to release a little bit there. Piranha and Floyd now in the top of 4. Uso trying to snack that first place. Piranha driving out of the map. Maybe a no slide. I'm not sure what happened. Uso crashing. What is happening? This is like dominoes. They're all going down together. Anybody will take first place. Floyd in second. Joey in third. Piranha in fourth. And then we have Uso and Marina after that. This is a win for Gravity. What a race. What a race. Gravity starts this off with a point. And we have Anybody now fighting it out with Floyd. Floyd coming out on top here, taking first place. Marina also up in that first group. Uso so close to the wall. Not quite touching it. It is still 1 and 2 for Molotov though, but Anybody now taking over second place. And Floyd with a weird line. Maybe? No, not even. It looked like a weird line. Kind of a weird line. He loses some time over it. It is now Anybody in first. Floyd manages to take second back. Uso and Joey in 3 and 4. And Piranha and Marina, unfortunately, 5 and 6. So that is a victory again for Gravity. And I am not sure what happened there. It looked like he had an awkward line and had to slow down a lot. But then he wasn't that far behind and it looked kind of weird. But there it is. It is 2-0 for Team Gravity. And of course, in this 3v3, we go to 7 points and not to 5. So it's going to take a little bit longer. We're looking at Marina now. Piranha has taken first place. Wasn't quite in it yet. Now, finally getting a little bit more into it, it seems like. We know he can be fast. He has won rounds before, or matchups last week as well. We have Piranha and Marina in first and second place. Yes, I'm surrounded by cats at the moment. I apologize. They're kind of talkative. This is a 1-2 for Team Molotov with a nice victory. A nice victory. Let's go. 2-1 is the score. How many O's are in Joey's name? And why did he put so many? That is the question of the day. The other question is, can Piranha stay in first place? Marina is close behind, in third place, behind Anybody. But now Uso with a good line, taking over. Piranha still manages to hold on to that first place. And what happened there? It is Marina suddenly in second place because Uso flew off the map. I'm not even sure what happened there, but that's another point for Molotov. Uso having to take the safe finish. And just like that, it can turn around. It is once again tied up 2-2. We're looking at Anybody here. Get some ASMR meows while we cast this. Piranha and Marina in a good spot here. Uso close behind in third place. Anybody as well is getting their nose up in there. But for now, it seems Joey has made a mistake. Floyd is in fifth place, a little bit behind, but he's right there to catch anyone who makes a mistake and snack their spot. It is Piranha and Marina. Marina fighting for that second place. Will she hold on to it? She does. Very nice. That is a win for Molotov, and the score is now 3-2 with a clutch second place for Marina, holding on to it. It looked like Uso had a bit more speed, but she will not let him pass. We're looking at Floyd. Goes a little bit more inside here than others. Interesting, different lines. And, oh, I see 2 crashes, I think. Yeah. There were some bonks. Anybody, Uso, and Marina, all of them have done something. In fact, the only one who hasn't made a mistake looks to be Piranha here. Because Joey is behind him, and he is 0.7, 0.8 behind. So that is an interesting development. Piranha goes for an easy first place here. Joey not in second because he bonks. Uso and Anybody in second and third. And Marina Floyd in 4 and 5. And let me see. This is a victory. Quick math. This is a victory, I think, for Molotov, which puts them 4-2, and they're extending their lead a little bit by 2 points. Marina has taken the most points in this matchup so far, 28. Followed by Anybody, who is first or second place every time, basically. Which is pretty consistent. Uso has a little bit of flying in the veins right now, which is not what you want to see. Also, Anybody now has made a mistake. Joey made a bit of an error. It's Piranha and Floyd in first and second place. And I'm looking for... Oh, there we go. Here we have Marina. Not sure where that went, but it's enough for the Molotov victory. 5-2. Only 2 more to go. And Molotov will take this 3v3 home. And if Molotov manages to do that, then it's up to Gravity to either tie it up or not. But I see all kinds of red names flying out now. This is not what we want to see here. Piranha is still holding on in first place, but he has an army of blues behind him, ready to take 2, 3, and 4. And Floyd and Marina have made a mistake here. This round will go to Gravity. 2, 3, and 4 is enough points for you to secure the victory. So they close the gap a little, but it's still 2 points, and still 2 points away from the victory Molotov is. We're looking at Joey with the infinite O's. Piranha and Floyd are in first and second place now, but Anybody has an opinion about that and sticks their nose in there. We'll try to steal that first place from Piranha. Floyd in a third will try to steal that second place from anybody. While my cat is a little vocal at the moment, I apologize. Piranha and Floyd into 1 and 2. Nice clutch second place by Floyd with a 0.7, 300 ahead of Uso. And that puts them 1 point away from taking this 3v3 for themselves. Piranha with a very interesting landing there. Losing some time over that. Yeah, that looked kind of weird. We have Floyd and Marina in first and second place. Uso has to overtake one, maybe two of them in order to make something happen. He does overtake one of them, but Floyd is not out of it yet. Floyd is now out of it because he touches, and this is Uso, Joey, and anybody in 2, 3, and 4, which gives them the point. It's not quite over yet. Three to 6. Yeah, she's loud. I'm sorry. Here we go. Potentially the last round. Piranha in first place. Joey close behind in second. Marina and Uso, and also anybody still in the mix. Floyd is also there. Everybody's close together. 0.3 between them all. Piranha consistently in first place. Uso has done something that has slowed him down significantly. Piranha now taking a larger lead here. Has 2 gravity members close behind him. But it is Marina and Floyd right behind in order to snipe something. This will be a victory for Molotov. Piranha with a 47.3. Taking the victory here. And his teammates in 4 and 5. GG. So that means that Molotov now has 3 points in total. And Gravity has 1. And there are 2 more points to be gotten. So Molotov cannot lose anymore. But Gravity could tie it up. That's what they're racing for right now. To tie it up. Actually, well, I guess if there's a tiebreaker, we can still lose. So yeah. Molotov is in a good spot. But we're not out of the woods yet. We have Epos getting ready. Chap Boy Rufus. Rufus is what we're calling him. We have Jorday and Uso. I think Jorday is going to be... Jorday was driving for Molotov last week. Alright, we're skipping to next map. Also, we're doing an ad break now because otherwise we get it again in the middle of the round. So here we go, and I will take 2 seconds away from keyboard while we do that. Don't go anywhere. I am back. And let me tab into the game. I apologize. I was tabbed out and that's a little choppy then. But here we go. Epos Baitam Jurde is, I think, the lineup of Molotov. And we have Exotics, Alex. And Rufus, I think, driving for Gravity. So again, in points, Molotov is 3-1 ahead. If Gravity wins this, they could tie it up. And then I think we're going for a tiebreaker. And I'm looking at the Molotov members in my chat to confirm or deny that. There is in fact some kind of tiebreaker if it's 3-3 in the end. We've gotten some readies from both teams, which means we're 2 more warm-ups and then we go live. The map is Gato, which means cat in Spanish, if I'm not mistaken. A map made by Spec and Agrabu. Guh indeed. (7-4), they still won the whole match. Ah, okay, so it's actual points. So then it's tied in points, like 3-3, but then it's about who won the most rounds. Or am I Yek? I'm not sure. Marina, can you confirm about the tiebreaker? Well played, though. Well played. But can you confirm the tiebreaker rules? Round difference is the extra point. Yes, okay, so... total rounds... 1. Okay. So, yeah, if Gravity ties it up here by winning this 3v3, it's about rounds 1. If the rounds are tied, it's a golden point. Okay, then it's 1 run or something? Or 1 race? Alright. Cool. Okay. 3v3. Lots of things on the line. In order to not have to worry about any of these tiebreaker rules, Molotov just needs to win this 3v3. That's all they gotta do. Easy. Should be doable. I mean, what do I know? Let's find out. We have Jorde, Baitam, and Epos, and Baitam immediately having a close encounter with the wall. Jorde as well. So it is now a bunch of blues. Actually, Alex crashes as well. It is Exotics and Rufus who are 1 and 2 at the moment. Indeed, a little bit of a warm-up round. Let's get the mistakes out of the way, just so we can have them out of the way. It's because I didn't say good luck, have fun. That's why. I just did. Let's go. Rufus and Exotics will take 1 and 2. They will take the victory here in this first round. 1-0. We go to 7 points. If Gravity wins the 3v3, we go to tiebreaker rules. If Molotov wins, they have won this match in spectacular fashion. Let's see what they can do. We have Exotics fighting it out with Epos at the moment. And Alex is close behind as well. But takes an awkward line there with that bump. So Jordan and Baitam both are able to take advantage of that. And also, it is Exotics with a really wide line. Now we have Bite Dumb crashing, Jorday crashing, everybody's crashing. I can't even update you on what's happening before new stuff has already happened. This is a 2, 3, 4 for Gravity, which means they take the point. And it is now 2-0. What was that? Across from Kenya is the Epos guy. The one from China, I'm not sure which one that is. But this one is Epos that we're seeing right now. That's Buzbez? Gotcha. The mouse guy. Okay. Epos now with a good start. Bite Dumb and also still in the mix, but it's Alex and Exotics who are now taking over those positions and are fighting it out with Jorday and Bite Dumb. Epos with the commanding lead, half a second of everyone else. See if we can hold on to that and who will take second, third, and fourth. That is a wide line there from, I think it was Alex. And that allows Jorday, no, that's not Alex, it was Exotics. That allowed Jorday and Bite Dumb to take those positions. And that is the first point on the board for Molotov. Closing the gap by 1 point. It is now 2-1 in favor of Gravity. Rufus with a bit of a different line here. And we have a crash from Alex, I think. So he will be out of commission for this round, and this is an opportunity for Molotov to take the points. And now is when they have to show it. Jorday and Epos in first and second place. Exotics and Rufus close behind. They want to overtake something. We have a mistake by Exotics, which leaves the top 4 with 3 red names, and that is another point for Molotov, and they tie it up 2-2. Rufus, the only member of Gravity who is able to stay in the mix, but not enough for his teammates or for him to take the victory. Next round. Crows from Kenya. Again in first place, of course, that is Epos. Everybody loves their name changes, making it very confusing for the likes of me. But here we are. Rufus in second place. Jorday now taking over that second place because Rufus is suddenly no longer in the picture. And it is Alex who will finish in third. But because Jorday and Epos are 1 and 2, it's another win for Molotov. And this is starting to look like the 3v3 they drove earlier, which they won as well, where Epos and Jorday consistently ended up in spot 1 and 2 together, and therefore got the point, got the victories in the pocket for them. Next round, Epos with another good start. He is closely followed by Jorday, Exotics, and Alex Bite Dumb right behind those. And that means it is Rufus who... Oh, we see another crash right there. Alex crashes out. This is, again, a 1, 2, and 4 for Team Molotov. Very nicely played. Crows from Kenya, 43.9, which is pretty fast, actually. Pretty fast driving here. Is the only person here, Epos, who has driven below 44 in live rounds here. I'm not sure what the world record is in offline practice mode. But live, a sub 44 is pretty fast. I see a blue name bonking out here. I think it was Exotics. Yes. He's going to lose some time over that. It is Epos and ByteDumb now in first and second. Jorday is still there, though, in spot 5. It's only 0.3 of a difference, 0.4. And it is Rufus and Alex trying to overtake Epos here, who is on a rampage. And Jorday manages to take third place. Rufus manages to take second. But once again, this is a point for Molotov, and that puts them 2-5. Only 2 more points away from the victory here. Epos not messing around. We have a crash. Who was that? It was Exotics crashing out. He's out of the picture. We have a top 3 now of Molotov members. But can Alex sneak his way in there? He would have to get first place. And then Rufus would also have to snag at least 1 person, which is quite the task when Epos and is just driving this fast. And there it is. Another victory. Alex manages to get third place, but Molotov is a match point now. Even with full comeback now, I think Molotov... Yeah, exactly. I think so too. So that is a good result, but let's finish it in style though. Let's get the point here. Let's secure the victory on this 3v3 as well. Epos, who's just so fast. Let's take a look at his lines just for the fun of it. And of course, now is when he clips something. That is typical. It is up to Jorday now. I mean, I can't believe it. Up to Jorday to get first place. And see if he can hold on to that one. ByteDumb is in 5th place here, but there are 3 members of Gravity in that top 4. Jorday holds on to first place, but unfortunately, this round will go to Gravity. ByteDumb says his cat jumped on the keyboard. That is unfortunate. Still second. Oh no, not second place actually. No. I read that wrong. Some Epos noises in chat. It's 3-6. We still have a match point. Molotov needs 1 more round in order to secure the win here. Let's try that again. A little bit of airtime there. Rufus manages to take over. Actually, a lot of speed there. Oh my god, no. And again, Epos crashing out. I'm just gonna stop spectating him. It is Rufus in first place. Jorday. Rufus is now crashing out. Jorday is gonna get first place here. Alex in second. What else we got? Exotics in third and ByteDumb in 4th. Epos in 5th. That's the GG. I'm not even sure what happened there. But suddenly it's over. Molotov takes the map. Takes the second 3v3, and with that they take the victory over Gravity. So overall, that is 4 matches played for Molotov. Last week 2 of them which we both won, and this week we lost the first match versus Eclipse Stellar, but now we won this one versus Gravity. So overall, looking pretty good. GG. Well played. Let's go. And I will be leaving the server. Thanks for the cast. No worries, Marina. Thank you for asking. Appreciated.